Earth Day, just over 3 weeks away. This year's theme is planet versus plastics.
There are so many single-use plastics in our day-to-day lives, including in our laundry room. Yes, the big plastic jugs of detergent. We all know how heavy they are, right? To get it up there. They're usually recyclable, but you can't just toss it into the bin. You have to be sure it's entirely cleaned out of any soap residue. Though I do like to, when you have the clothes and the water's coming out, put the jug underneath it, get the last bit of soap and pour it in, type of a thing. And that cap probably cannot be recycled.
Bummer. Well, those laundry pods you just saw, they come with their own issues. They're wrapped in polyvinyl alcohol, a type of microplastic that ends up in our waterways. So the question is, how do we get clean and not dirty up the planet while you're at it?
Well, one of Hollywood's hottest names is teaming up with a company that says they make it possible. Taye Diggs joins us live now from Los Angeles.
Hey, Taye.
Taye, we appreciate you being here today. I wasn't sure if you were going to have clothes on or not with the ad that we played there at the top of the show.
It's funny you should ask how you can help the environment. I have a couple of ideas myself. Would you like to hear them?
We would like to hear them. Let's talk first about...
Yes.
I was going to say, let's talk first about you being passionate about living a more eco-conscious lifestyle. When did this come up for you? When did you start being more conscious about the environment?
Just recently, teaming up with True Earth, they made me realize just how easy it was, and then I just felt stupid for having taken so long. We were talking about dealing with those big plastic containers when washing your clothes. They came up with these eco strips, these little strips that you can take out of the plastic, throw into the laundry, and boom, it's done. Your load is washed perfectly, and you end up saving the environment as well. So once they tipped me on these simple ways of having a great impact on the environment, I became more vigilant.
No, we appreciate that, especially with your footprint and the amount of people that you can, talk to about this stuff. Do you think that this is somewhat more recent in your life, kind of being more conscious about the environment? Have you always kind of done things to help reduce, reuse, and recycle?
Absolutely not, which is why I have a little bit more passion now, because I'm sure there are tons of people out there like me who just chose to conveniently kind of ignore it until I realized how easy it is to deal with, and you have to take part. I have a child. I realize that we're leaving this earth to him, and I'm grateful that even though I was late to the party, that I was invited.
Yeah, and you're doing a lot now. So how did you get involved in the Earth Month movement, and what exactly is that?
Oh, well, it's as you know, we need to. Everyone needs to be more aware of what we're doing with the environment. For me, once I realized how easy it was, it kind of changed my perspective. So now, every once in a while we need to be reminded, and I'm very grateful.
Can you give us some maybe examples of some of the stuff you do, or maybe more like this? What are some of the things you're teaching your kiddo or your kids, plural, I can't remember how many you said you have, about ways to help out in the future and now?
I have one child. He's 14 years old, and he's old enough to do his own laundry. So he's using that eco strip. In the kitchen, you can compost. That's an easy way to help the environment. Also, reusable containers as opposed to water bottles that you buy at the store. Keeping your own water bottle and using that. These are just simple things that people just don't really realize has such an effect, and that's why I came on board. It's much easier than you think.
So what type of reaction are you getting? I'm assuming now you're talking to friends and families and people like us and other people, while you're traveling about. Are you able to kind of influence them? Are they getting a good reaction when you're like, yeah, this is important to me now?
If I'm being honest, they ask me why it took me so long. But I have to say these eco strips, people don't know about them, and it's so easy. It's ridiculous. And that's been fun, kind of introducing them to to how easy it is to wash your clothes.
No, it's cool technology, man. I mean, we try
Yeah,
to be
it
on the
is.
forefront of like new, innovative ways that companies are doing things to help out, and this one was really cool. It piqued our interest for sure. Whenever we talk about, musicians trying to do things to change their footprint when they're at a concert, what are you seeing, or maybe you can give us any
bringing to
updates
set, yeah.
in Hollywood on set? Are you noticing any changes? Whether it's just like now we've got a recycle bin to put in, or if there's anything else that
Or
they're
you're
trying to
going to
cut
bring
back?
any changes maybe to the set now?
Sure, everybody has their own water bottles, and people are just very, especially on set, there's a familial spirit. So people are just urging other people to make sure they recycle, and it's very interesting just how it spreads around, and it works. It works. Even it almost happens in a way where you don't even realize it's happening. So I like that.
Yeah, it's that easy. Taye Diggs, we appreciate you being here and for all the work that you're starting to do for the environment.
Thank you. Good chat with you, man.
Yeah.
And of course, you said water bottles on the set. You go to school, and like every
Everywhere.
kid, we talk about this like so
Yes.
many. And you know what? It's funny because we talk about the consumption problem about certain water bottles that people are collecting.
Yes.
Remember we just talked about that?
Yes.
And a mother yesterday was like, you know what? Out of all the things that these kids could get addicted to that are bad, I'm okay with this one.
With the water bottles?
With the water bottles. It could be, and I'm like, that's a good way to look at it. I never thought about it that way.
I like
So
the
I'm like,
positive spin
okay,
on that one.
Okay.